Hello everyone, this is a warrior up to level 60 guy. This is Shadowbringers 5.0.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell for future content.
Let's start this off with a trait to level 54. We get Inner Beast Mastery. Basically upgrades your Inner Beast to FFXIV. At level 54, FFXIV itself, it is a weapon skill. It does a damage with a potency of 590 to a single target. It costs 50 beast gauge. And basically this is FFXIV. So up against a single target, or up against 2 or less targets, you're going to be spamming this guy as soon as you get your 50 beast gauge. Moving on, level 56, we get Raw Intuition. This guy changed severely from the Stormbloods version. Now it just reduces damage taken by 20%. Raw damage, not just magical or physical. This is all over damage. Duration of 5 seconds. It is instant cast with 25-second off global cooldown. And this guy's exceptional up against tank busters, but you can also use this one basically to off global weave and just maintain 2 off global mitigations on you. It doesn't last long, but it still helps you out to just kind of maintain yourself afloat with 2 off globals. Level 58, we get Equilibrium. It restores own HP, cure potency of 1200. It's roughly 15 to upwards of 50% if you can crit. Crit direct hit. This guy is affected by crit direct hit. It is an ability. It is instant cast with 60-second off global cooldown. And you typically want to use this after your home gang. So if you drop down to 1 HP and you have your home gang up right before your home gang expires, now it's the perfect time to pop your Equilibrium. Level 60, we get, just like the Inner Beast Mastery, we get the Steel Cyclone Mastery. Upgrades your Steel Cyclone to Decimate, and Decimate itself, if I can find it here, delivers an attack to all nearby enemies with a potency of 250. It costs your beast gauge of 50. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown, similar to your FFXIV, but this guy requires 3 or more targets. If you see an eye mechanic, don't use that. Just go ahead and use your it'll only do 100 potency, but it's still a better choice. It's just doing 100 potency instead of that, so you don't have to actually look at the eye mechanic. But Decimate is great up against 3 or more targets. Remember, it's 3 or more for Decimate, and then 2 or less for FFXIV. So this is Decimate. And no, sadly, your Equilibrium does not get affected from Berserk. As it says there, guarantees that all attacks are critical and direct hit. Equilibrium is a off-global mitigation ability. This is going to be the extended opener, which is by far the most effective in terms of potency. So let's go ahead and do this. Naturally, you're going to have all of your cooldowns when you do this stuff. So here we go. So let's start off with Tomahawk into Infuriate. We're going to do a Heavy Swing, Maim into Storm's Eye combo. Then we're going to go back into Heavy Swing, Maim into your Storm's Path combo. Then we're going to immediately Vengeance into Berserk. We're going to FFXIV, Infuriate, FFXIV twice. Then we're going to Heavy Swing into your Storm's Path combo. We're going to do our Storm's Eye combo. And then finish it off with our FFXIV, and then continue on with a single rotation. And that's pretty much it. So, pretty much the AoE is pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple because your Steel Tempest doesn't really do much of anything else besides resetting your Storm's Eye timer, the buff timer itself. So it's pretty straightforward, the same from level 50, but I'm going to give you guys like an idea of what it looks like with the new updated versions of the Decimate itself. We're going to jump in, we're going to Infuriate, we're going to do our Storm's Eye rotation, get ourselves our buff. So typically you would do this once you have all of your mobs stacked together. Now we're going to Vengeance, we're going to do our AoE, Infuriate, AoE again, and now we're just going to do our Overpower into Tempest and just keep doing that over and over again. Alright, so this is going to be a warrior up to level 60 dungeon guide. Let's get this started. So for the home gang, I don't expect my healer, since this is MSQ, I don't expect my healer to actually let me go too low for me to actually use it. That's why home gang, especially in the MSQ content, it's kind of like a how do I call this? Like a safety net. It doesn't let you die, but there's still that chance. The biggest fault is probably just making sure that you keep using that tomahawk. Let's do that raw intuition. Let me get my damage buff. Maybe go around, grab all the mobs. Try to hit everything. Ooh. Is that a final sting? I forgot these guys do that. Alright, we're up against a boss fight here. Obviously I could have done that better in terms of mitigation and cooldowns and such. I just wanted enough cooldowns so I can make it through both mob sets there. Alright, so the single is pretty similar. It's actually pretty damn identical to the previous one. Let me see if I can get Vengeance before I pop my Berserk here. I'm gonna get a bit more. I missed that one. The boss moved away right before I used my Cleave. Let's see which way he goes. So we're gonna use our Vengeance. No, it's too late for Vengeance now. Is he going left or right? Alright, just make sure before you pop that the Berserk that you refresh your Storm's Eye. Alright, so this is a trial example for Warrior up to level 60. I'm not going to try to do these too often because it all depends on how much time I have. This is going to be the Final Steps of Faith. I think this is the regular one. So we're going to be the off tank. I'm going to hold on to Home Gang just in case this boss tends to do the Ockborn finisher. Just in case I need to tank the whole thing myself. So we're going to be the off tank. At the same time, I don't know why I did that there. I guess it's just memory. There was no need for me to use my Vengeance there. But that was a good time for the reprisal. So it's basically 2 Storm's Path and then reset your Storm's Eye. Oh, no need for that. I did too many Storm's Eye there. Gotta get out of those telegraphs. I must have forgot to put my my aggro assist Defiance on. I'm still not that used to Shadowbringers tank meta. I'm used to just doing damage, whether I'm tanking or DPSing. The aggro naturally shows up. Anyway, we're back to the original plan. Let's get our Storm's Eye going. That's the AoE. No, that's tank buster. Let's get out of that. In trials, most of your off globals are pretty useless. but there are 2 tanks, so go ahead and maintain cooldowns amongst each other. I'm gonna go to the corner with this because I'm used to doing this. Let's back up. So I will cut this stuff out. I mean, obviously I don't want you guys watching old content for who knows how long. So that's a tank buster. Storm's Path, Storm's Path, Storm's Eye. That's pretty straightforward. Get to the corner. As you can see, Warrior's not much of an off tank, especially in the level 60s. 70 maybe. You really become a decent off tank at level 80, but for now we don't have too many options. Let's get to the center. Let's see who he uses the Akmorn on. Let's get close. I don't have reprisals, so good luck. If the boss targeted me with Akmorn, I would have used Home Gang after the second hit, or the first one. It depends, and I would have just survived through the whole thing. Usually lasts about 5 seconds. And if you time it right, you can last through the whole animation. You can use that strat in the Savage version, which is much rougher than this, but it is old content. I'm just showing you guys kind of like an example. As always, you guys have a good one. This has probably been edited and cut down. I don't want you guys watching something for too long. We'll see you next time. Oh, is this thing on?